I didn't like the idea of the green uniform in the trenches in Vietnam, and I went to the Navy recruiter and talked to him. They only accepted like 50 people that week, and I was one of 4. And when I asked him why I was selected, he says your computer science shined out to the Navy. They want somebody they look for people with a computer background. And that's what got me in. I mean, it hadn't been for that, I'd have been in the green uniform in the trenches somewhere. It was a big deal for me for being a kid from Williamsport. I'd been nowhere but the New Jersey beach. You know, it was pretty exciting. Now I'm on a ship headed over the Mediterranean. There was a number of warships over there, and it was all about the Cold War and chasing the Russians up into the Baltic Sea and stuff like that. And we'd chase them, and then they'd chase us, and then we'd chase them, and they'd chase us. Get up alongside of like their missile cruisers and stuff like that, and the sailors would wave from the deck, and we'd wave back at them. You know, the governments were at war, not the people. We thought it would have been neat if we could have had a beer with them. You know, and one of the neat things was New Year's Day we were in the Mediterranean, and we made a great big banner for the side of the ship that said Happy New Year in Russian. And we approached one of their missile cruisers, and we had a orchestra on the ship. We also had a rock band, which was members of the orchestra, and they were playing like polka music. Mm-hmm. And all these Russians were out on the deck listening to music and all that stuff. And at one point they switched you have to change your evil ways. I took a lot of home movies on the ship. Okay. And an 8mm camera, and I had that converted to DVD. At the time, Ray Mabus was the Secretary of the Navy, and he was on our ship. And he said, I should send a copy to the Secretary of the Navy. I go, sure, I can do that. So I box this thing up, and I get the address off the internet, and I ship it to him. It was like maybe about a month later, we get this card back, and it was from the Secretary of the Navy embossed on top of it. And it was a handwritten note thanking me for the movies and how much he enjoyed them. But you build a brethren, you build a family in the Navy. And the older guys take a liking to the younger guys, and they become like your big brothers. And I made lifelong friends. I mean, I love these guys dearly, and we get together, it's like we just saw each other yesterday. You know, my dad told me, he says, you're going to hate this, especially boot camp. He says, but someday you're going to look back on your service, and you won't trade it for $1 million. And at the time I was, 19, 20 years old. I'm like, yeah, right. But yeah, he's right. That 2-year gap in my life has left a lasting impression, that's for sure.